Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Explanation. So in this video I'll be covering the old question discussion on file question. So without delay, let's start our question. So first question is, write a program that open a file and copies all its content to another file. Okay, it means that in this question we have to open two files, one source file and one destination file. Suppose this file is abc.txt and this file is xyz.txt. So your program should copy the content of this file to this file. Okay, so for copying we have to open this file in read mode and we have to open this file in write mode. Fine. So this is the question that we have to do. So I have already solved this question. So today I'll be showing you in this compiler. So this is our program. Okay, so let me explain this and after that we'll execute. So has include stdio.as int main. Okay, so what is this? We are taking two pointers now. Okay, file star sptr and star dptr. Sptr is for source file, dptr is for destination file. Again we are taking one character variable c. So now we are going to open the source file. So this is the code for opening the source file. So if you see sptr equals to fopen, so the name of source file is abc.txt and we are opening this in read mode. Okay, so we are also considering error condition, that is if sptr equals to null, printf file cannot be opened. Similar method will follow for destination file. So dptr equals to fopen. So destination file name is xyz.txt. We are opening this file in write mode. If dptr equals to null, file cannot be opened. Okay, so this is very easy. We have just opened two files, source file and destination file. Now we have to copy all the content of source file to destination file. Okay, so in this what we are going to do is we are going to use character by character method. Okay, it means that we are going to read one character. Suppose in this file we have written hello world. Okay, so we are going to read this single character and write this in this file h. Again we are going to read this e and write this here. Fine. So as we know that in every file at the end we have got a end of file tag. So till our cursor reaches this end of file, we are going to read one by one character from this file and write the same character in this file. This is the concept. Okay, so here you can see while c equals to, c means this character variable that I have taken, while c equals to f get c, sptr is not equals to end of file. It means that we have f get c. What it does? F get c is a function that is used to read a character from file. So this is the syntax. Okay, f get c sptr. So if you don't know this, please go through the basics of file. That is the syntax of f get c. F get c is used to get a character from a file. So f get c function is there. It is getting one character at a time from which file? From source file, that is from abc.txt file. After getting this character, one character, it is storing that character in C. Okay, so this process is repeated while this is not equals to end of file. It means that while the cursor doesn't reach end of file, it is going to read one character from sptr, store in this C variable. After doing this, it is going to fput c. So what is fput c? Fput c is a function which is used to write a character to a file. So it is going to write the same character that we read from sptr. The same character it is going to write in dptr, which is nothing but our destination file, that is xyz.txt. Okay, so till this loop runs till we reach end of file. Means that it is reading one character from source file and printing the same character in destination file. Reading, printing till it reaches end of file. Okay, so in this way all the characters get copied to the destination file. Finally we close both our file, f close sptr, f close dptr. Okay, so this was one question that has been asked in previous year. I hope you got this. Let's see our next question. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, so next question, I think it is yeah, this is the question, writing the. So next question that they have asked in this file section is question number 2, that is write a program to create a file named student.txt and write name, role, address and marks of a student to the file. Very easy. Okay, I hope you got this question. It's very easy question. First of all, you have to create a file called student.txt. okay, so student.txt file is there, and write, it means that we have to open this file in write mode, because we are going to write the name, role, address and marks of one student to this file. So before writing this name, role, address and marks of a student to file, we have to first read the name, role, address and marks of a student from keyboard. Okay, so it's very easy. First of all, we will read this 4, name, address, role and marks of a student using scanf function, normal scanf function, that is from keyboard we are going to read. After reading, we will write the information to what? To this file. Okay, so we know that for writing information to a file, we have got fprintf function. So this much thing you should know before solving a question. Okay, for writing content to a file, this is a mixed type content. It means that it has got %s, %d, %s, %f. Okay, so mixed type data, if you are going to write to a file, we'll use fprintf function. Okay, so let's again see this. Okay, so let's start our program. So has included statute.h int main. So here we have taken a file fptr, the pointer file is fptr. As we are going to write name, roll number, address and marks, first of all we'll declare the variable. So char name, int roll, char address, float marks. Now we'll open a file. So fptr equals to fopen. We are opening this student.txt file in write mode. Fine. So there is a condition, if fptr equals to null, file cannot be opened, else file is created successfully. Fine. Now it's very easy. As I told you, first of all you have to read. You have to read the name, roll number, address and marks of a student from keyboard, that is from normal reading. Okay, so we know this. If I'll tell you to read name, roll number, address and marks of a student, how are we going to read? We are going to read like this. Printf, enter the name, roll number, address and marks, and scanf %f, %d, %s, %f for name, role, address and marks. Okay, so this much we have done. We read the file. Okay, we read all the variables, that is name, role, add and mark. Now we have to write this name, role, address and marks to a file. So for writing data to a file, we have got fprintf function. So printf, writing data to a file. Okay, so fprintf, fptr. Okay, so if you don't know this syntax, please go through the theory part of file. So this is the syntax of fprintf. First of all, fptr, that is the file pointer. After that, we have got same syntax as printf. Okay, remember in printf the syntax was double quote, inside double quote we have name equals to %f, role equals to %d, address equals to %s, marks equals to %f, comma, name, role, address and marks. Okay, it's very easy. Please once go through the syntax of all the functions in file. Okay, so finally we are going to close the our file. Okay, so this is the question. Let me execute. I think previous question I didn't execute. So enter the a name, roll number, address and marks. So let the name be A, roll number be 12, address be KUP and marks be 89. Okay, so writing to a file. Okay, so if you want you can go and check to your file. So what is my file name? Student.txt. Okay, so let me check in my file. So I think I have stored in C codes. Student, yeah, it is here. Okay, name A, roll 12, address KUP and marks is 89.990. Fine. So this is the question that has been asked. Now let's go to another question. Yeah, so this question I think I have not executed, but I'll explain you in theory part. So the question is, okay, third number question. So let me clear this first. Clear the canvas. Yeah. So third number question is, again this has been asked in some year. Write a program to open a file named inventory.txt and store the following data to a file. Okay, so this is the part of question only. Okay, product name, this will be given in question. Product name, quantity and rate. So let the product name they have given is AAA, quantity is 3 and rate is 50. Product number 2 is BBB, quantity is 2, rate is 100. Product number 3 is CCC, quantity is 4 and rate is 40. Okay, so this is the question that I have given. It's a very important question. So write a program to open a file named inventory.txt and store the following data to a file. So you have to store this data in a file. I think in same way you have to store it, okay, in the tabular form. So one thing we know that we have this file we have to open in write mode. Okay, we have to write this file in we have to open this file in write mode. And second thing is, for storing this data in a file we have to use fprintf function. If you know this much, done, your program is done. Fine, so let me solve this. So I have not executed this, so I'll show this by writing in this whiteboard only. So I'll try to make my writing a bit clear. So let's start as include. Please solve this question yourself and let me know if any error come. Okay, int main. So let me take a file first of all. So file star fptr is there, file pointer. So char item. So if you saw in question, okay, so first thing was our product was there, product name, and next was quantity, I think. Yeah, I think this item means product name was there. Yeah, so product name is too long, so let me write item only, and quantity, and third thing was rate, I think. Yeah, and let me initialize one variable. Next I am going to open the file. fptr equals to fopen. The file name was, I think, inventory.txt. Yeah, we will open this in write mode. If fptr equals to null, what is it? Printf file cannot be open. Fine, so this is the basic thing that we have to. Now I'll erase this because, no, let me not erase this, I'll just scroll this to down. Okay, yeah, I have got this option. Now what we have to do is we have to write I think 3 product was there. Yeah, AA, BBB, CCC. So I'll be using loop for this. For I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. As there was 3 product, I am using loop. Printf enter product name. Okay, next thing was quantity and rate. Okay, so scanf percentage s, and I think the name was item. Yeah, the name of product was item variable that I declared. Next is scanf. There are other two things, that is quantity and rate. So both was in I think integer only. So address of quantity and address of rate is there. Fine. So while reading, what we'll do, we'll read this product name as AAA in first, quantity as 3 and rate as 50. Because there is a loop, we are going to read 3 items. So whatever was given in question, you are going to read that only. Okay, after reading, what we are going to do, we are going to, inside this loop only, we are going to write this information, fprintf, fptr. Okay, so percentage s slash t, percentage d for quantity, percentage d for rate. Yeah, so percentage s for item, percentage d for quantity, and percentage d for rate. Fine. So first loop, in first loop, when I equals to 0, we are going to read AA 350 and we are going to write this AA 3 and 50 to our file. Again I equals to 1, we are going to read second, that is BBB, quantity was 2 and rate was 100. So again that will be written to file. Third is CCC 4 and 40. So again that will be written to a file. So in this way the loop terminates and we have written all 3 information to our file. So finally what we'll do, we'll close our file. So close fptr. Yeah, so that's the that is the solution. So if you have any problem while solving this question number 3, please let me know. I'll solve and send you the solution, but please try once yourself. Okay, so let's go to today's, I think, last question for today I'll be doing, and next remaining question I'll be solving in next part. Okay, so there is one question, I think this question students are getting confused, so they asked me to solve this. Okay, so there is a question called, this is question number 4. So there is a question, create a file named, okay, hotel.txt. Write a program to keep the record of an hotel, okay, an hotel in Nepal to the file. Okay, next is this record should contain name, location and phone number of respective hotel. Display the name of hotel in Pokhara location. Okay, so this question has been asked by some student. Okay, I think in comment section they ask this question. So similar way they can ask you for student, for anything they can ask. Okay, so what this question is, let me explain that. First of all, you have to create a file called hotel.txt and write a program to keep the record of an hotel. It means that in that file we have to record the, you have to keep the record of n, means n you have to take from user. For example, the value of n is 5. It means that you have to store the information of 5 hotels in Nepal, 1 2 3 4 5. So what all information you have to keep? Name, location and phone number. Name, location, phone number. Name, location, phone number. Finally, you have to display the name of only those hotel which is in Pokhara location. It means that suppose the location is Kathmandu, Pokhara, Birganj, Pokhara, Biratnagar. So you can see 2 hotels have got the location of Pokhara. So after writing this 5 information, you have to display the name of hotel, of only the hotel that are in Pokhara location. Fine. So in this I think you should know that we have to open this file in write mode. Yeah, we have to store the information, so you can store the information using fprintf statement. Finally you have to sorry, you have to compare this string. It means that those hotel whose locations are in Pokhara, so you will be using string compare function here. These three things you have to keep in mind. So luckily I have solved this question yesterday. Yeah, so let me explain. This is very important question, okay, very important for exam, because this question has been asked I think 2-3 times previously also. This type of question if you solve, you will be able to solve any type of question. So I have taken has it include and then everything studio. I have defined the number, okay, the n that has been asked in question. I have defined it as 5. So like this you can define. So you know that this is a structure, because they have told that you have to you have to create a hotel. You know, there is a hotel and you have to, the members are name, location and phone. So we have created a structure, struct hotel, and the members are name, so it is of character type, location it is also of character type, and phone it is also of character type. Okay, so next is in main. So I have taken a variable int I. Struct hotel, so the variable for this structure hotel, I have taken 2 variables, hn, so the value of n is 5, so it is automatically h5. So this one is for using loop, and whenever we are going to use a single type of data, okay, this one we are going to use in loop, and whenever we are going to access or read single value, we will be using this st. So both of these are variable of hotel only. Okay, so don't worry, this is don't get confused, because 2 variables we have declared. One will be using with loop, one will be using with single variable. I'll explain later. So we'll open a file. So file fptr fopen hotel.txt in w plus mode, because we have to write and again we have to read from there. Okay, so if you remember the modes, if you are going to write in a file and again you are going to read from that same file, you have to open this in w plus mode. If fptr equals to null, file cannot be opened. Okay, so next, enter the name, location and phone number of n hotel. Okay, so we know that before writing the information to a file, we have to read that file by ourselves using scanf function from keyboard. For I equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, so scanf hi.name, scanf hi.location, scanf hi.phone. In this way we read the information of 5 hotels. Okay, so finally we are going to write this information to a file. Okay, so you can use, again we'll use a loop, or you can write this function fprintf in same loop if you want, like we did in previous question, writing information to a file. So again loop, because we are going to write information of 5 hotels, that's why we are using loop. So fprintf function is there to read to write the information to a file. Okay, so I think this one I repeated in previous question also. So fprintf fptr percentages hi.name, hi.location and hi.phone. That's all. We wrote the information to the file. Now what we are going to do, whatever information is written in the file, we are going to read from that file. Okay, so what we are going to read, we are going to read the hotels in Pokhara location. Okay, so after writing to a file, we have to read from the same file. So we are going to use rewind function. Rewind fptr means, okay, rewind fptr means whatever information we have written, the cursor comes to the end of the file. So rewind function, it rewinds this cursor to the beginning of the file. Okay, after that we are going to print the hotel in Pokhara location. So printf hotel in Pokhara, we are going to print the name and location. I think they have asked only name, so if you want you can remove this location part. So while fscanf, so what is fscanf? Fscanf is reading the information from the file. Okay, while fscanf is not equals to end of file, it means that it is going to read the content of file till it reaches end of file. Okay, it is going to read the content of file till it reaches end of file. So what it is going to read, it is going to fscanf the name of the hotel, location of the hotel, and phone number of the hotel. So now you can see I have used this variable ht instead of h, because this h I have been using in loop, and this st I will be using for single variable. Okay, so now after reading this name, location, and phone number, we are going to compare the location part only. Okay, so if string compare, we are going to compare the location that we are reading from this file, each location with what? With Pokhara location, Pokhara word. So if our location in the given file, if the location part matches with Pokhara, so we are going to print the name and location of the file. Okay, that's all for this question. Finally, we are going to close the file. Okay, so let me run this and show you. Enter the name, location, and hotel phone of 5 hotels. So A, location is Pokhara and phone is something. Hotel B, location is Kathmandu, phone is something. C, location is Pokhara, phone is something. Hotel is D, location is Viratnagar, and phone number is something. Hotel is E. Okay, and location is Pokhara, and phone number is again this. Okay, so we can see this, the information has been written in file, and the hotels in Pokhara location has been displayed here. Okay, so I think that is the question that we want to solve. So other questions, I think remaining 2-3 questions are there, so I'll be covering in next part of video. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and stay safe.